Wishing you all a very happy life. Let's begin with today's class. As you know very well, we have completed our two chapters and we have done that revision also, taken a test also, and moreover, we have, revised that in our unit test also. Okay, so this all we have done. Now the point here is we here need to start with a brand new topic, brand new chapter, that is our chapter number third, metals and non-metals. Okay, I know a little bit we have already discussed just 2 to 3 classes, but since there was a lot of time, we have lost the touch. That's why I'm just going to revise the topic within 1 or 2 classes, and then we will continue with the new topic. Okay, so let's begin with the topic metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals, but super easy topic I would like to say, and it's something which is very practical topic because that you use in your daily life, right? So the point here is why do we need to discuss metals versus non-metals? Why do we need to study? What we have to discover in this particular topic? If I want to say we have to discuss metals and non-metals, first of all, I would like to tell that we have to describe physical properties. What is physical properties? I'll tell you. Another one is the chemical properties. And last but not the least, bonding between the metal and non-metal, right? Okay. So first of all, the point here is we have to explain the physical properties. What actually physical properties wants to define us? Physical properties means a thing and substance and its properties which we can see just by going through it, just by observing it. For example, if I'm taking this particular marker, I would like to say its color is white and black. That's its first physical property. Second one, I would like to say it is solid in nature. It's completely solid. Now we can say it is solid in nature. That is my second physical property. Third one, I would like to say the uses of this particular marker is I can write it on the whiteboard. है ना? तो ये सारे की सारी जो properties हैं that we can just observe by looking it, just by seeing it, that is known to be physical property. Clear? And next one is chemical properties. Chemical properties of metal versus non-metal. We will discuss how metal reacts with another compound. For example, metal is reacting with oxygen, or metal is reacting with water, metal is reacting with acid, metal is reacting with base, and clear? So same things we will study about the non-metal also, and finally we will see how metal and non-metal combine to each other. मतलब अगर मैं कहूँ for example there is a metal known to be zinc and a non-metal, for example there is chlorine. So my topic of interest is how zinc and chlorine would combine to each other. Zinc and chlorine, how they would combine to each other. Clear? So very easy topic. Let's start with the first topic, the physical properties, and on the basis of this, we will study how the metal and non-metal are differentiated. Okay? So let's begin. Let's have a quick revision. First of all, बच्चे, if I want to discuss about the metal, just have a little bit careful about the topic, because metal is something which is known to be having a metallic luster. Now the point is, what is luster? That means it is shiny in appearance. Surface, yes, definitely. That means I would like to say any kind of metal, they are almost shiny on the appearance. Their surface is very bright. That means just by looking through it, I can say, yes, this is metal. Why? Because this is so much shiny. There is so much metallic luster on that particular surface. Okay. So that particular property that only metal show is known to be metallic luster, right? For example, iron, copper, gold, silver. All these are my metals. Iron, copper, gold, silver, और सबके सब हम डेली लाइफ में यूज करते हैं, देखते हैं, and we know that they are very shiny in appearance, right? Let's begin with the second topic. The second is, for example, I would like to say the metallic luster, and they have very hardness, very hard. You must have seen, let's say, iron and copper, they're super hard. That's why we use them to make sheets, we use to make them the wire, we use to make them, for making pillars, for making statues, and many more things. Kyun? Because they are super hard in nature. If I use any kind of non-metal which is not hard, what would happen? What would happen? It would just break down. It would be just broken down after some time. But that we cannot afford now. That's why we use metals because they are very hard in nature. The same example are these. All right. Next, let's move to the topic. We have done with the metallic luster, hardness, and I would like to say electrical conductance. Now, what is electrical conductance? Why we are saying electrical conductance? Okay. Conductance, the topic conductance, the term conductance you have already studied in civics class also, but I would just like to explain. Conductance is something that means passing electricity. Passing electricity. So I'm saying that all my metals, they can pass electricity through it very easily. Dobara suno. I'm saying my metals, they are electrical conductance. They show the electrical conductance. That means, suppose this is my metal completely. If I start touch it with particular wire which has current, after some time, this complete metal would show electricity. Okay. So I would like to say, yes, my metals are electrical in nature. They can conduct electricity. Not only electricity, I would like to say heat. है ना? Heat भी heat भी कोई भी conduct कर सकती है. For example, let's have a very basic example, बच्चे. You must have seen, I would like to say, chulha. Yes, you have heard about the word chulha. Many people still use chulha in their homes. What actually happened? My mother, my grandmother, what do? They just start cooking the food with the help of wood, lakdi, with the help of wood. And after some time, what would happen? They would just, pick that particular wood and add into the fire. Okay. But I'm just saying, what would happen if that particular wood is not present over there? There is iron. क्या हम कुछ छू सकते हैं? Definitely not. Why? Because iron is something which can conduct heat within a minute. That is super, I would like to say, conductor, super great conductor that can conduct electricity. Okay. So the point here is, why I'm saying those examples, the point here is, all my metals, they can conduct electricity because they have very, very less space between the molecules. बोल सकते हैं बात, बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं. They have very strong intramolecular force of attraction. Solid के बारे में हमने पहले से पढ़ा है. Plus, they can conduct electricity because they have electrons. They have ions. And in 9th class, we have studied for conducting electricity, we need electrons or ions to be passed through it. जब तक मेरे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स या आयंस एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक मूव करते रहेंगे, मेरे जो मेटल हैं या कोई भी कंपाउंड जो है वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को कंडक्ट करता रहेगा. Am I clear, बच्चे? So same as it is, I would like to say, since they have electrons, they have ions, they can move from one place to another place. That means they would show electrical as well as heat conductance. Clear? Lastly, another properties are malleability. Malleable means the property by the which my metals are converted into sheet, or I would like to say thin sheet, right? Okay, but I hope you have heard about the they would be easily converted into thin sheets. हम उनको पीट पीट के उनकी लंबी चादरें बना सकते हैं, ठीक है. That property is known to be malleable. And the most important, most malleable metal are gold and silver. Gold and silver. They are the most malleable metals, right? So we have studied about luster, hardness, conductance, malleability, and then we are going to move. So I would like to say malleability, ductility. Ductility means ductile in nature. What do you mean by ductile in nature? That means these compounds can be converted into thin wires. Thin wires. मतलब सेम एज इट इज, जैसे मैं इनको हैमर के साथ बीट करके इनको शीट में कन्वर्ट कर रही हूँ, सेम एज इट इज व्हाई मेटल्स हैव द टेंडेंसी दैट आफ्टर बीटिंग, आफ्टर स्ट्रेचिंग, they can be easily converted into the wires. They can be easily converted into the wires. And most of the metal are malleable, but gold is something which is the most ductile metal. And this is so much ductile metal that from 1 gram of gold, we can stretch up to 2 kilometer wire. बात समझ में आ रही है? मतलब इतना ज्यादा ductile है इसका nature. Just I'm just taking 1 gram gold and start beating it and start stretching it. What would happen? Its wire could be stretched up to 2 kilometers. Just imagine how much ductile this would be. Just 1 gram and it would be easily converted. It would be easily stretched into the 2 kilometer wire. Okay, and that property is known to be ductility. Clear? Okay. Okay, all right, Bache, I have already told you about the electrical conductance, about the heat conductance, and that's why you have seen that my wires, for example, you have seen in your homes also about fuse, in inverters, or in plug, any kind of wire. You have seen that those particular wires have been covered with a plastic wrapper. A plastic cover. That plastic cover is known to be PVC. PVC. ऐसा क्यों करते हैं हम? Because we can those wires we can use in our daily life, so we can easily touch them, and after touching, we could attract the electrical shock. Okay, so protect ourselves from electrical shock. What will we do? We just cover our wires with the help of plastic cover. They have the ability to conduct electricity, whereas insulator means they have the ability not to conduct electricity. Clear? And that's why for protecting ourselves from the shock, we just cover our copper wires with the help of plastic cover. Okay. Okay. Now one point, बच्चे, you must a query should arise in your mind कि अगर हमारा gold and silver, they are so much malleable, they can be easily converted into sheet. Or if I'm talking about the ductility, gold is something which can be easily stretched into the wire. Then why do not we use gold wires into our home? क्वेश्चन सही है. गोल्ड की जो वायर है हम उसको इजीली स्ट्रेच भी कर सकते हैं, हम उसको वो करंट भी पास कर सकता है, तो हम उसको फ्यूज में, इन्वर्टर में, कहीं भी प्लग में लगा सकते हैं. तो हम वो क्यों नहीं लगा रहे? द रीजन बीइंग दैट गोल्ड इज समथिंग व्हिच इज सुपर एक्सपेंसिव, वी कैन नॉट अफोर्ड इट. So that's why we replace it with copper. We use copper wires in our home for conducting electricity. Why? Because this is something which is affordable also, plus it is abundant in nature. What do you mean by abundant? Abundant means it can be easily found into the nature. There is a lot of quantity of copper in our nature. So we can easily use it for making our plugs, inverters, fuse, many more. Okay? So this was all about the metals. Last point I would like to say about the metals, they can produce sound. Matlab, if I just hit them, if I just beat them, they would produce sound. For example, your school bell. Okay, school bell is something right now in today's day, I would like to say So now we are living in the pandemic situation and we're just doing online interaction. But school bells, you must have remembered, they were using few years ago. Right now, they are coming the electrical bells. Okay, few years ago, we just used to hit that particular piece of metal which would produce the sound that was known to be bell metal. That is a new kind of metal, I would like to say, which is alloy, mixing of metal with another metal. Okay, that we will discuss also. I just want to give you an example that yes, metals are something which can produce sound also. They're ductile in nature and they show the all this type of properties, this type of nature. Clear, bache? So this was all about my metals. Now let's have a discussion about the non-metals also. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, first of all, bache, as the name suggests, non-metal, that means जो properties metal हमें show करता है, non-metal is something which do not show all these properties, or I would like to say non-metal is something which is just opposite to the metal. For example, if I'm talking about the metallic luster, just a second, please. Okay. For example, I would like to say non-metal are non-lustrous. They do not have any kind of shiny appearance. For example, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, hydrogen, these all are non-metals. Okay. Another one thing I would like to say, they are non-malleable, non-ductile, non-hard, and they do not conduct electricity. और इसके लिए मैं क्या टर्म यूज कर सकती हूँ? Insulators. They are insulators. That means they do not show the conductance. Clear? So these are something which are just opposite of the metals. All those 5 to 6 properties, non-metal do not show them. Clear? That's why we call them non-metal, as the name suggests, which are not the metals. Clear? Now the point is, in this universe, there are so many varieties in our nature. So there must be some exception. That means there must be some anomaly, there must be exceptions which metals show all, all the metals show that particular mercury is something which is liquid. I have told that they were hard, but sodium and potassium, they are super soft. And that much soft that we can easily cut them with the help of knife. मतलब वो इतने सॉफ्ट है कि उनको केक की तरह नाइफ के साथ कट भी कर सकते हैं. They are so much soft. बच्चे ये exceptions you have to remember for your board exam, for your MCQ question, and as you know very well that the board pattern is going to be changed. You have already heard about that. You are going to have some multiple choice questions, most of them. So on those particular queries, on those particular type of questions, these exceptions are super important. You would give 4 options and you have to tell which among of them is liquid in nature. For example, mercury, which are soft, sodium and potassium. These are metals, right? Okay. Another point is all my metals have high melting point. That means they are solid, they need to melt at a very high temperature, but gallium and cesium, they have very, very low melting point. इतना कम लो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट होता है, they can be catch the heat from the palm. That means if I just put a single piece of cesium on my palm, what would happen? It would just take the energy from my palm and it would be melt down. मतलब इनका melting point इतना कम होता है that they would just get the energy by rubbing, by heating, by taking the heat from my palm. Okay, so they have so much low melting point. Clear? Sir, another point is, बच्चे, as I have told you about the exceptions of the metals, same as it is, we have some exceptions for the non-metals also. दोबारा सुनो. I'm saying there are some exceptions for the metals, same as it is, there are some exceptions for the non-metal also. I have told you that non-metals are non-lustrous, quite true. I'm saying they're non-malleable, non-ductile, quite true. They're saying non-hard, that is also true. But there are some exceptions which we will see. Carbon is also a non-metal, but carbon has a property known to be allotropic. Please write it down, बच्चे. Carbon is something which is allotropic in nature. Allotropy means it has tendency to make different type of compounds. Not the compound of express form. That means कार्बन के पास ये टेंडेंसी है कि खुद को अलग अलग फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर सकता है. And these all forms are found in the nature. These all forms have been easily present in our nature. Okay, so I told you, बच्चे, that my carbon is something which is allotropic in nature. That means it has tendency to convert itself into another form, different type of form. But there is an allotrope of carbon known to be diamond. Diamond जो मेरा compound है, diamond जो मेरा substance है, that is something which is only made of carbon, which is pure non-metal, but it is the hardest substance ever. You know about that, na? Diamond is something which is very, very hard in nature. Plus, I have told you that non-metals are non-lustrous, but diamond has the super shiny appearance. You also know about that. Clear? Okay. Another point, hardness has been done. I would like to say the solid and liquid in nature. My all metals are solid in nature except the mercury, and all my non-metals, mostly of them are gases in nature. Bromine is a non-metal which is liquid in nature. Okay, you must have remembered that also. Bromine is something, just wait a second, please. Bromine is something which is liquid in nature also. Okay. Okay. So we have done almost everything except the last one. I have told you that metals are heat conductance. They can show the electrical conductance, but non-metals do not conduct electricity. But another allotrope of carbon, one is diamond, one is graphite. It conducts electricity. This you also have to remember. And you must know what is graphite. Graphite is something which is used in pencil. Pencil से जिससे आप लिखते हो, that black thing, that is known to be graphite, and that is solid also in the nature. Right? So we have exceptions that we have to remember. We have exception in metal also. We have exception in non-metal also. Allotropic in nature, diamond, graphite, carbon. Carbon is the non-metal, which is only non-metal which is allotropic in nature. It can be easily converted into different forms like diamond, graphite, and they show both types of electricity, hardness, and many more things. All right, class, we have done about the physical properties of metals. I just want to check out the chemical properties of metals also. So I was just telling about the physical properties. Now I will talk about the chemical properties also. I'll just take 2 to 3 minutes. After that, we will have your doubts. Okay, let's check it out about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, first of all, if I'm talking about the metals, their physical properties, those were something which can be easily observed. If I'm talking about the chemical properties, that means how do they convert, how did they react. So we have many types of compounds with which our metals react. For example, water, hydrogen, oxygen, and acid. This topic I have already told you, bache. So you have to revise it just after the completion of class, after taking your own online classes. Just go through with the compounds which react with metals and how do they show themselves. Okay, bache. So first of all, I just take a simple example to tell you about the chemical properties, and then we will have your doubts. Okay, let's have a simple example of oxygen. My metal on reacting with oxygen will give you metal oxide. Okay, bache? I'm saying my metal on reacting with oxygen will give you metal oxide. What do you mean by metal oxide? For example, I'm taking copper plus oxygen, it would give you copper oxide, right? And copper oxide is something, after balancing the reaction, it would be say, okay. I would just want to say to you, bache, whenever I'm talking about the oxides are something which are present on the surface of the metal, right? Of metal. These oxides just deposit on the surface of metal. These oxides start depositing, they start rubbing themselves on the surface of metal. Okay, same as it is, as we have done about the oxides, we can have also hydrides also for water, the acid and the base and many more things. Okay, so for those we will study in our tomorrow's class. Till now, I have just completed my lecture. If there is any kind of doubt, any query, please let me know. Just raise your hand if there is any doubt or query. Yes, class, anyone? Yes, but say any doubt, any query, just raise your hand and sir would allow to unmute yourself. Then you can ask me the question. Yes, anyone?